Welcome to Well Rounded Momma's YouTube channel. My name is Tori. I am one of the midwives at Well Rounded Momma, and I am joined today by Cora, who is also one of our midwives. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Today we are going to be talking about traveling with your baby. A lot of our moms talk about what is the expectation when you're traveling with a newborn, what age to start traveling with a newborn, what do you need, what's the safest way, whether it be by car or by plane. So we're going to talk about that today.
Well, let's talk a little bit about traveling by plane, and we'll go over that first, and then the difference between traveling by plane versus car. So I've definitely had some clients that want to baby wear while they're going on the plane, and that way they can kind of keep baby close to them. They don't have to worry about like people trying to touch them or get at them. I've had some people put like essential oils like On Guard on the bottom of their feet. You can also kind of nurse in some of the carriers as well. So, and I feel like I always can like secretly nurse in my carrier depending on which one I'm wearing.
I love baby wearing with my kids through the airport, because usually they won't make you take the baby out when you're going through security. So I always baby wore because I was like, look, now I'm just gonna go get patted down or whatever and be on my way. I don't even have to take my baby out of this carrier. We will also post a link to our baby wearing video that Cora did a while back, so you can kind of get an idea of like what are different options for baby carriers when you're traveling, and just in general use. I love that people don't touch my kid. They don't want to like get that close to me, but when I had like my kids in the strollers, everybody was like, what's in here? I'm like, my baby, don't touch it. But in the carrier, they're like up by your boobs, so like people don't want to like get that close. Talking about like breastfeeding too, some of our moms are pumping or formula feeding, and I get a lot of moms who ask me questions about what it's like to travel through security with that stuff. I've flown a few times with my kids when they were little and still nursing, and I nursed and pumped, and so when I took my breast milk bags, all I had to do was declare it at security, and they pulled it aside because it's not like the 3-ounce fluid limit is going to apply to those things. So they took it aside, they put it in a little machine. They didn't open it or damage it or do anything. They didn't stick anything inside the milk, but they did put it in a machine just to make sure there was no like bomb residue or anything crazy on the bags. And then they cleared it and it went with baby. Same thing with formula. What I've had moms do is that they'll either pre-measure out the approved ounces in water in their bottles, or they just won't put any water in and they'll grab some water bottles once they're through security because the powder is a non-issue. If you're doing liquid formula, same thing, declare it, they'll check it out and make sure it's good to go, and then you'll be on your way. They're not gonna let you starve your baby. They're not gonna take your milk from you. But just something to be mindful of. Don't try to like put it through the x-ray machine, just declare it before you start.
The other thing also, if you didn't want to baby wear, you could bring your car seat, and then you could buy like an actual plane ticket for your baby, and then you get a seat that you can put your baby in the car seat. And that way, moms like doing that because depending on where you're traveling, then they have the car seat.
And just to kind of talk a little bit about car seat safety on a plane, you need a car seat that is FAA approved in order for it to go on the plane with you. So make sure it's got that little sticker on the back of the car seat so they don't give you a bunch of grief. I've had some flight attendants who were really, really strict about it, totally checked out my car seat, and I have other ones that didn't, but because of those few that really do care about that being safe, I would recommend that you make sure it's on there, because otherwise they will not let you they will put it down below. Obviously you can fly with your baby on your lap for free for the first like 2 years. I always bought my kids a seat because I wanted their like own space. So when they slept, I could be like, and you're off me.
And I think you could bring like more like another carry-on for them too, which could be helpful.
So just some things to think about when you're traveling with your baby. If you look at a lot of like the car seat safety groups and things like that, talking to technicians, safety tech, a lot of them really recommend flying with your car seat, because then you're not checking it below, because there always is that risk of damage. My grandpa worked for the airlines for a lot of years, and they just chuck that stuff under the plane and throw it, and they don't care. And things can get broken and damaged, and then you're kind of stuck with a broken, damaged car seat or stroller. But just some things to think about, making sure that you have extra clothes for your babies, diapers, the things you need to change your baby. You're limited to your space on an airplane, even in the bathroom. Like, I never changed my kids in a bathroom on the plane because I was like, this is ridiculous. I'd rather just change them on the seat. Talk to us about cars.
So that's usually what I did, is I travel by cars, and I was probably, I think my babies were like 6 weeks old.
I took my kids pretty young traveling.
Pretty young, like 6 weeks or 3 to 6 weeks. I was like, we're just going down like to Utah. I think we went with my first, we went to Utah when she was like 3 weeks. Like she was pretty young. She was like a month old. Really, that just kind of looked like a lot more stops, because I would have to stop to nurse her and make sure she was changed and happy. We did plan on making sure that the trip was going to take a little bit longer, because we knew we were going to have to stop more frequently. Most of my kids, because they were little too, slept during the ride. And that was kind of nice that they just kind of slept more.
Unless your baby hates the car seat.
Yeah. That was one of my kids. but trying to make sure that we had change of clothes, make sure there was no like blowouts and that.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Blowouts in the car seat.
I had a change of clothes as well in case baby spit up on me. I didn't want to sit in the car with like
just things to like make it comfortable and easy. Me and Cora are both professionals at driving with our babies and have breastfed our babies while people drove, and we just kind of like hover over the cover car seat.
Lean over.
You just like put your boob in their mouth and they're like
fine.
totally fine. That's
safe.
Normal. Super safe for us moms.
Yeah.
We're winning.
And then I had things to like try to keep them happy, and it depends on their age how like happy you can keep them. So like with my older kids, if they wanted like a tablet, that was easy to like do.
Yeah.
When they're younger, my kids didn't really take a passy. I wish that sometimes that they would. So a lot of it was like those bright toys or things like that would help them.
Your kids would be difficult.
Yeah. And then I had a mirror so I could see. I usually sat in the back next to my car seat as well, so I was like back there if baby needed anything.
Have you seen those new cameras? They like look like monkeys, like, and you hang them on the back thing, and it's a little camera, and it's like a baby monitor. Instead of like looking back in the mirror, it's like puts a monitor on your dash, so you can just totally like.
That.
I know. I kind of want one. I saw them on Instagram the other day, and I was like, this is genius. But basically, all in all, to say, traveling with your baby doesn't have to be the worst thing ever. It can be fun. It can be exciting. Just plan ahead. Be prepared for whatever that looks like for you and your family. How you're feeding your baby, what your baby's needs are, what your baby's age is. Making sure you have what you need is going to make it so much easier. But that's about it for traveling with your baby. If you guys have questions, please drop them down in the comment section. We're happy to, further this conversation, or if you have products or things that made your life easier while you were traveling, please share them. Share them. We want to know. Again, like, subscribe, share. Thanks again for joining us this week. We will see you next week. Bye, guys. I remember an airline broke my stroller, my very expensive brand new stroller. Broke the lock right off, so I couldn't like keep it closed. It was just
hanging out.
It made me so mad. I was like, you guys just don't care. People are so smart. I just wish I was like smart before everybody else. Like I know I'm smart, but like I wish I had that like aha moment before everybody. So
but then you have to do a lot of work to make it happen.
No, I'd go on like that show like Shark Tank or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And like pitch it there and be like,
okay,
done,
sold.
Done. Boom, mic drop, walk away.
Take my percentage.
Now I'm rich. I wish that could happen to me.
It'd be great.
I'm gonna think of something.
Okay, good luck.